Favor ends the cycle of judgment. Luke 6:37 and 38, the Amplified Classic. Judge not and do not condemn, and censure others, and you will not be judged or condemned and censured yourselves. Acquit and forgive and release, give up resentment, let it drop, and you will be acquitted and forgiven and released. Give, and gifts will be given to you. Good measure, pressed down, shaken together, and running over, will they pour into the pouch formed by the bosom of your robe and used as a bag. For with the measure you deal out, with the measure you use when you confer benefits on others, it will be measured back to you. We love the pressed down, shaken together, and running over promise when we talk about giving money. And it's true, generosity opens doors. But Jesus was teaching a principle much bigger than finances. The law of reciprocity touches every area of life. The measure you give, mercy, kindness, honor, forgiveness, or judgment, comes back multiplied. That's why a critical spirit is so destructive. If you sow judgment, you reap judgment. If you sow mercy, you reap mercy. Favor enables you to step out of the cycle of criticism and into the flow of blessing. Favor empowers you to sow what you want to reap. I've met people who pick apart everything. The way a pastor dresses, the songs the worship team sings, even the color of the carpet. God can't move here. The preacher isn't wearing a tie. That's not righteousness. That's religion. Favor doesn't look down its nose at people. It lifts people up. Yes, God calls us to holiness, but He calls us to apply that holiness to ourselves and not as a stick to beat others. Paul wrote in Galatians 6:1, the New King James Version, "Brethren, if a man is overtaken in any trespass, you who are spiritual, restore such as a one in a spirit of gentleness, considering yourselves, lest you also be tempted." Favor leads you to restore, not ridicule. The truth is simple. Whatever you measure out is what you'll live under. So if you want forgiveness, give forgiveness. If you want blessing, bless. If you want peace, sow peace. The measure multiplies. Favor doesn't make life free of sowing and reaping. It guarantees that good seed produces a supernatural harvest. And here's the key. Favor isn't just about what God gives you, it's about what He frees you from. A cycle of judgment leads to heaviness and criticism, bitterness, and even loneliness. Favor breaks that cycle by filling your heart with love. When you sow love, you reap love. When you sow encouragement, you reap encouragement. So what are you sowing today? Words of hope or words of doubt? A generous hand or a clenched fist? The favor of God equips you to sow generously in every area. And when you do, your harvest will be overflowing, pressed down, shaken together, and running over. Make this confession with me. Father, thank you that your favor frees me from cycles of judgment and criticism. By your grace, I choose to sow mercy, forgiveness, kindness, and love. I refuse a critical spirit. I measure out blessing, and blessing is measured back to me. I walk in a harvest of favor every day. In Jesus' name, amen.